Bienvenidos, damas y caballeros. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's chess event update. Magnus Carlsen now holds all 3 world titles. For the first time since Abdusattorov claimed the World Rapid title in 2021. Carlsen accomplished this when he won the 2022 FIDE World Blitz Championship title on Friday, with a score of 16 out of 21, ahead of Hikaru Nakamura, who finished in second place with 15 points, with Haik Martirosyan following on tiebreak. Bibisara Asaubayeva defends the women's title and became the 3rd woman in history to do so, finishing with a score of 13 out of 17. The 96th Caplin Hastings Congress takes place 28th December 2022 through 8th January 2023. A welcome return after cancellation last year. Saronal Solskis currently leads with 6 points. Martin Petrov and Benz Korpa, 2 of the top seeds, are on his heels with 5.5 points, along with Daniel Gormali and Oleg Korneev. The 50th Rilton Cup 2022 has been on since December 27th, 2022 and ends January 5, 2023. It's being held in Stockholm, Sweden. The format is a 9-round Swiss. The time control is 90 minutes for the first 40 moves, followed by 30 minutes for the rest of the game, plus a 30-second increment starting on move 1. International Master Pranesh and International Master Abdurlauf lead the pack, each with 6 points. And now for the game feature of the day. This is from the World Blitz Championship, and it's a miniature. In the game, Timur Gareev versus Azamat Utegaliyev, and we'll jump right in. The game started with d4, Queen's Pawn opening, Knight f6, c4, Indian opening, depending on how Black responds, e6, Queen's Pawn Neo-Indian, Knight c3, and then d5, transitioning to Queen's Gambit declined. Bishop to g5, Knight b d7, c takes d5, e takes d5, e3, c6, bishop d3, bishop e7, queen c2, knight h5. And now Gareev answers with h4, which is a deviation from the book. The normal book move is bishop takes e7, which could go queen takes e7, castles queenside, knight h f6, knight f3, castles kingside, rook h e1, c5, king b1, c4, bishop e2, rook e8, g4, b5, g5, knight e4, knight takes d5, queen d6, knight c3, knight takes c3, b takes c, bishop b7, king b2, rook a c8 with a slight edge for white. In the game, h4 was played. Bishop takes h4, h takes g, queen takes g5, castles queenside, g6. And in this position, the computer recommends knight h3. However, knight f3 was played. Queen f6 was played. And this is a poor move, according to Stockfish, because Black had the opportunity to grab a pawn by playing queen takes g2, giving the following line: queen e2, queen g4, rook h4, queen e6, e4, knight df6, e5, knight d7, knight g5, queen e7, rook takes h5, g takes h5, queen takes h5, h6, f4, knight f8, knight f3, knight e6, f5, knight g5, king b1, knight takes f3, queen takes f3 with a slight edge for Black. This didn't happen. Black played queen f6, king b1 was played, knight b6, knight e5, and in the game, bishop e6 was played, which is considered a poor move by Stockfish. What were the alternatives? Queen e7 is the recommended move by the computer, and it gives a few lines. For example, g4, knight f6, bishop e2, bishop d7, rook h6, knight c4, bishop takes c4, knight takes g4, knight takes g4, bishop takes g4, bishop f1, bishop takes d1, knight takes d1, queen f6, a3, castles queenside, bishop h3 check, king b8, bishop g4, queen e7, bishop f3, f6, rook h1 with equality. Let's go back to the game. In the game, bishop e6 was played, g4, knight g7, f4, castles queenside, rook h6, queen e7, and f5, bishop d7 was played. The alternative here was f6, which could have gone in the following way. Knight takes c6, b takes c, f takes e6, knight takes e6, knight a4, king b7, rook dh1, knight c4, bishop takes c4, d takes c4, queen takes c4, knight g5, king a1, king a8, queen takes c6 check, queen b7, queen takes f6, knight e4, queen f4, rook hf8, rook takes h7, rook takes f4, rook takes b7, king takes b7, e takes f4, rook takes d4, rook h7, check, king h6 with king a6 with a slight edge for whites. In the game, black played bishop d7, knight b5 was played. At this point, black made a blunder. King b8. The alternative was a6, which could have gone in the following way. Queen c5, queen takes c5, d takes c5, a takes b, c takes b, f6, knight f7, g takes f, knight takes h8, rook takes h8, gf, knight takes f5, rook takes f6, knight takes e3, rook h1, king d8, rook f7, h5, a3, h4, king a2 with a slight edge for white. But in the game, king b8 was played. Timur Gareev immediately sees queen h2 with a deadly x-ray on the king. King a8 was played, but it's too late. You got the queen and the knight working together in harmony with threats around the corner. Knight takes g6. Excellent move. Threatening to capture the queen on e7, and also with the double threat of smothered mate, which follows. F takes g6 was played, knight c7 check, king b8, knight a6 check, king a8, queen b8 check, rook takes b8, knight c7, smothered mate. It's not too often you get to see this in an actual game, let alone at the high level. So there you have it, a beautiful miniature by Timur Gareyev. Fun fact, I have actually played one game with Timur, and I played against him in a collegiate competition. He totally crushed me. Congratulations to Timur for this beautiful game, and congratulations to Carlsen for now holding the 3 World Championship titles. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell for future uploads, comment, like, share, and we'll see you in the next video.